If we meet an atheist or an agnostic or a person who at least wants to give the consideration to the fact that there is a higher principle, some supreme element, they may not say God, but I would accept that there has to be some profound element or higher principle, but that there's no evidence that this person whose name is Muhammad is a prophet of God. And so what miracle does the Quran has that seems to indicate that he was a prophet? The answer would be the Quran itself. Other prophets were given a specific miracle to show the people. Allah gave to the Prophet ﷺ a composite scripture. And in that composite scripture, if a person takes the time to read, they will find 40 or 50 phenomena that the Quran speaks about that the Prophet, peace and blessing be upon him, could not himself have known. I'll give you 2 or 3. The Quran says the sun and the moon each follow a law which they do not go outside of. Now, 1424 years ago, was that law known? Was it known 1424 years ago? Was it known? It says the moon and the sun. Now we now know that the moon goes around the earth, doesn't it, in its own orbit, isn't it? And we also know that the earth goes around the sun in its own orbit. Now the Quran says, وَالشَّمْسِ وَالْقَمَرِ, suggesting that the sun doesn't move out of its orbit. So that means the Quran is saying that the sun is in an orbit. Could the Prophet, peace and blessing be upon him, have known that the sun has its own orbit, its own law? He could not have known that. Could he have also known that the earth is positioned in such a way as to make it appear that the sun is stationary? No. Second thing, could the Prophet ﷺ have known that the moon is also in its own orbit around the earth as the earth is moving around the sun? Could he have known that? No, he couldn't have. The Quran said that. Another statement the Quran says, and verily we created every single thing from water. Now science, biology, has established clearly that every living element of existence has come from water. Part of what's inside water is called what? Carbon, isn't it? Isn't it? Carbon. The Quran says, and we created every living thing from water. Now we know that all the gases that we find in the universe and inside the human beings, inside fossils inside the earth, so from the inside the earth to what's on the earth to what's outside of the earth is dependent upon and made from water. The Quran said that. Could the Prophet have known that?